Alright, gamers, so this is not really a good idea, but this is just informative, and I'm not going to be messing around or anything, but I'm actually going to tell you the truth about everything. I don't like on how people are actually making memes about COVID-19. I don't even know why or even when this all started. People are actually being messed up, and to all those people that had COVID-19, I hope you make it through, and I hope everything that you're gonna be. I hope everything that's going okay with everyone that is infected and everything. Whoever's watching this is infected. I really hope that you get better soon. And I'm for real. This is actually something real. I'm not like doing the stuff like I normally do. I'm not doing CS:GO, not Gary's Mod, not whatever the heck this is, not Unturned, not TF2. I'm not even doing it. I'm not even gonna be hosting because a lot of my family members are getting COVID, and I'm actually pretty scared. And I hope that pretty much everyone is gonna make it through this. And every content I'm gonna be making, and every penny I get, I'm basically gonna donate it. As soon as I get $1, I'm donating it to any charity that helps COVID. I I just really hope that I get to like. I hope there's like a cure very soon to this thing. And I also made this video just to ask why. Why you make this? Why? Why do you make? Why? Some of these are informative to actually stay home, but why? 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 Really? Really? Why? 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 Why does everyone have to do this? I mean, why? 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 Why do y'all do this? People, for real, actually stop. We need, stop, for real. We actually need to act, stop, for real. None of these are gonna actually help. Whoever thinks that this is helping, it's not. I'm pretty sure that these guys that make these videos don't even donate their money. Look at this. Basically, this guy is getting $23 a month for this video right here. He's not even donating that. I'm pretty sure. Basically, half of these people are doing it just for the money, and half of these actually donate their money to people. Like this. Okay. Look at this, and this is freaking stupid.
And now, the nations of the
COVID-19 pandemic.
brought to you by Yakko Water.
United States of Mexico,
Why?
You're
So, whoever the freak made this, I really hope that you're donating almost everything penny. I hope. Why do people make this? You are messed up to whoever made this. I'm not even lying to you. You are very messed up with whoever made this. You took a very informative video. You know how many people died by this stuff? Y'all. Almost everybody is dead because everyone that doesn't donate. Look. Even this guy, I'm pretty sure he donated, but like, get the latest information from the COVID-19 or CDC about COVID-19. Like, hey, I'm gonna make yaka vids in this channel. So if you are subscribed here, unsub and sub to that. See you there. Made a video about the thread. check it out. You are the stupidest person. I'm not even lying. You are the worst. And I swear, if you sue me, I mean, I really don't care if you sue me, but you're basically making an example on how and why you made this, and it's actually messed up on how you're doing this. I really don't know why people do this, but COVID-19 memes are actually die. These should die, and COVID should die too. But why? For real. Don't make memes of this. People are actually, look, this is what caused everything. People are, see? I'm not littering. I'm very about to be I'm getting emotional right now because so many people make these memes and everything, and so many people are dying of this, and basically I wish a plague doctor was here. They freaking saved everyone. Back then, when there was a very bad death to everything, plague doctors actually helped half of us. I'm for real, but we need more people that are very nice and everything. I really, 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 really want more people to step up and help COVID-19 be mad. But I'm gonna shut up and everything right now. I'm gonna show you what plague doctors did. If I know how to spell plague doctor. I'm just gonna delete the memes. Plague doctor history. So yeah, please go subscribe to the infographic show. These guys will teach you a lot. Oh God. Don't. No one.
In October of 1347, 12 ships dropped anchor at a Sicilian port. Those who eagerly approached were met with a grisly sight. Almost all aboard were either dead or barely alive, their skin erupting with blackened boils that dripped pus and blood. In horror, the Sicilian authorities demanded that the ships set sail, but though they left, the damage had already been done. The Black Death was now in Europe, and millions would die in what is considered one of the greatest disasters in history. Let's explore how the bubonic plague wiped out at least a third of Europe's population, if not more, in this episode of the Infographic Show. What made the Black Death so deadly? Europe was hit hard by the plague, but it was not hit first. It was also not unaware of a disease that was already bringing widespread death and destruction elsewhere. Before the infested ships arrived in Sicily, rumors of a frightful sickness devastating the populations of first China and then India, Egypt, Persia, and Syria had spread near and far.
Wait, hold on. You know what I just realized? That it started with China. Every virus starts with China. I don't get it, but I'll show you now.
While no one knew what caused it or why, it seemed to follow trade routes spanning the Near and Far East. Further, when it appeared, it was by all accounts unstoppable. Those struck by the Black Death would begin to swell at the lymph nodes located in their groin area or underarm regions. The growths would soon develop into large blackish blue egg-sized lumps, or for the even less fortunate, expand to the size of apples. These would then fester and ooze various bodily fluids. Beyond this, those with the disease could develop any combination of a series of additional symptoms. These included fever, pain, chills, sweating, upset stomach, and diarrhea. Almost always, this was followed by death. According to those who observed its effects firsthand, all it appeared to take was a brief physical contact with the clothing of someone who was sick to pass the disease onto another. Though some doctors claimed that it was the spirit leaving the body of the deceased that infected others as it passed by. Obviously, at this point in history, the real methods of disease transmission were not yet well understood. Without understanding it, most were helpless to defend against it. Few areas other than some islands cut off off from the rest of Europe by the sea, made it through the pandemic plague-free. The rest of the population was not so lucky. The bacterium infiltrated virtually every European city's defenses, and many who appeared perfectly healthy one day could be dead a few days later. It was uncommon, though possible, for someone to survive a week or two before he or she died. Compounding problems further, those with the disease would typically be asymptomatic for the first few days, and so no one would be aware that they had caught it. This meant that successfully isolating them from the rest of society at this point was all but impossible. Those who tried the next best thing to protect themselves by fleeing for the country were not safe there either. The plague decimated livestock as well, and countless pigs, cows, chickens, goats, and sheep who also died a brutal death. This was such a problem that it led to a shortage of wool throughout the continent. While many European areas had a death figure of around 30%, 90% of the Italian city of Florence perished. Sometimes bodies of the deceased remained where they had died, as there were not enough people still living to bury them. Thousands of French villages, in addition to areas in other locations, were left without a single remaining soul. The Black Death had mercilessly transformed them into ghost towns. In some instances, nature eventually took over, and areas that people once called home were reclaimed by surrounding forest. It took aerial photography following the end of World War I to rediscover these locations as places where men, women, and children once lived. Most estimates place Europe's death toll between 50 and 70 million, or around 30-some%, though the CDC claims it killed as much as 60% of the population, which is considerably more. Worldwide estimates typically range from 155 to 200 million. The world at the time was a mere 500 million people, so nearly half of all its inhabitants, or again, according to some sources, even more, were killed. So how was it that the Black Death was able to spread so quickly and wipe out so many, people and animals alike? Well, for one, as previously mentioned, there was little in the way of scientific knowledge in the 1300s. Not only did people not understand the plague's causes or modes of transmission, but there were also countless failures in how those in the medical field attempted to treat it. It is true that Yersinia pestis, the bacterium behind the Black Death, or bubonic plague, is highly contagious. It can also be spread in many ways, though obviously contaminated spirits aren't one of them. Many believe that in its later stages it had the ability to morph into an airborne strain that could be passed on to a new host via a simple sneeze or cough. However, all strains airborne, or those in the more initial stages that are not, are believed to have been transferred through a flea or lice bite, and many animals, in addition to countryside livestock, serve as hosts for the bacterium and blood-sucking pests. Examples are things like squirrels, rabbits, chipmunks, and mice. However, many in the scientific field have argued that by far the worst contributor to the spread of the Black Death was the urban rat and its flea. Part of the reason for this belief is that rats have been observed to develop symptoms quite similar to those in people, and in cases of a modern-day plague, many people with the sickness had accompanying bites from fleas. Recent outbreaks often follow what's known as rat falls as well, or where rodents die off in record amounts for whatever reason. Thus, the most prevalent theory is that the Black Death all began when rats with the plague died, and their fleas then looked for more blood in another readily available source, which would at times be human. Upon being bitten by the contaminated flea, this person would then be exposed to the deadly bacteria. Seemingly in support of this theory, ships during the mid-1300s were commonly infested with the furry rodents who thrived in their dark, moist environment. And following the death ship's arrival in Sicily, the plague continued to spread further, following a trade route pattern, as it had previously in Asia, to other port locations throughout Europe and as far down as North Africa. However, more recently, there have been some proposed tweaks to this rat-based theory. As we just mentioned, the Black Death, after all, is not the only outbreak of the plague in the world's history. There have been outbreaks before as well as after, and those that took place more recently followed a different pattern entirely. Europe's Black Death spread much faster, and as far as historical records are concerned, there was no mention of a mass rat die-off in the days or months preceding it. Now, some scientists suggest that it was human fleas and lice that were the true culprits behind Europe's version of the disease. In this case, fleas would bite infected people and then move on to others one by one who happened to be in their nearby vicinity. They describe the underlying mathematical model that a rat flea spread follows is quite different from a human flea or lice one, and when information is plugged into simulations, the human flea model more closely matched data from 7 of 9 plague-hit European cities. Those with this newest evidence admit that the causes of the plague are surrounded by ongoing controversy. However, whether the fleas were of human or rat variety, it's a blood-sucking pest of one kind or another that...
That's 31 minutes, so I'm pretty sure we're not gonna be able to finish that, but like, literally, this is like COVID-19. So look, the Black Death. The Black Death kill count. So there's like one symptom of the Black Death. Told you. This is like a symptom. It freaking kills your skin, makes it black. Alright. So look. This is everything right here. But like, okay, look. We're gonna try to find a better one. Try to find a better one that shows the Black Death. Black Death affects animals. It looks like some people committed suicide. God. I'm trying to show people information, but here it is. So look at this image. You can pause the video and read all this if you really care. But, view image. Address my desktop. Here it is. Gotta open it. It's all blurry, sorry, but if you really want to know, that's 160, 140. This is like minimum of understood told. So this means like like really dead. This is minimum right here. Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't understand pie charts, but yeah, just pause the video there if you really want it, and then COVID-19 kill. Now this is something really serious. I'm not making a joke out of this, but if people make a joke out of me, I don't even know why, but people are actually serious. Why is there so many anime? No one cares about anime. People care about what, or how many people are dying right now, dude. But people are actually messed up. Okay, I'm gonna show you this one if you really want to. This is more death. Right here. This is more than the bubonic plague. If you really want to, just pause the video right here. Oh wait, pause. You paused it? You read it? Okay. But I'm actually for real. No one make a freaking joke about this. I'm stressed out right now because a lot of my family members have COVID, and I really hope that they heal. And if you're watching this, my family, and you're infected with it, stay strong. Please stay as strong as you can. I really, really, really need my family right now. Gamers, I'm not even doing my outro. I'll just talk to you on the next one. See ya.